Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek with David D. Squared and Brian Held. Heard live on News Talk 99.5 WRNO and the iHeartRadio app. Here are your hosts, Brian Held and D. Squared.
Greetings, citizens of the North Pole! Ho, ho, ho. This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared with
Brian Held.
How you doing, my little elf?
I'm great, man.
Well, that's good. That's good. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
So, it's Christmas Eve, Brian.
I know.
And we're not really here, are we?
No, we're pre-recording the show so that we can still have...
I am still laying traps for Santa, so when he comes by, I'm going to catch his little jolly butt.
Well, that's because he's got a bag full of coal for you, Dave.
Well, I know, but I could use... You know the price of coal right now? Come on.
Fair enough.
All right, so let's lay out the show, Brian.
All right, well, first off, we're going to start with Top Nerd News. Then we've got Skungy's Pick of the Week.
Pick of the Week.
I know. Then we have an interview with David Mazouz, plays Bruce Wayne.
That's just fun to say.
It is, on Gotham. And then we'll close out the show with This Week in Geek History.
Absolutely. So we got a few house cleaning things we need to mention, Brian.
Absolutely. So, guys, 3 more days left to get in on the social media campaign to get your free Wizard World tickets. We have free pairs of Friday and Sunday tickets available.
And then the VIP package for Nichelle Nichols. Get a VIP package and a photo op with Miss Nichelle Nichols. That's pretty awesome.
It is very awesome. So, guys, just go to any Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, find the post, and just like and share it, and you're entered to win. And we'll inform all of our winners on Wednesday.
On Wednesday?
Yes,
Jeez,
the 27th.
Louise. Wow.
Yes.
I can't believe it's almost here. January 5th, 6th, and 7th is Wizard World, right?
Correct. That is correct.
Yes.
And the other housekeeping item we have is that our T-shirts are still $3 off.
Score.
Yes, through the end of the month for... our Christmas gift to you. So.
Absolutely. So you can buy one now, and you won't get it before Christmas. But, everybody has these family or extended family get-togethers after the holidays.
I know.
So, maybe do a dirty Santa. Draw something funny on the microphone of the Week in Geek logo.
Yeah, but, and
Don't
you
do
would
that.
be helping us out and supporting our show, so grab your T-shirt now.
All right, and also one final note, Skungy and the GameStop. Now,
Yeah.
they have a way to get some tickets as well.
Yeah, on December 30th at local area GameStops at 6 p.m. That's 9 GameStops around the New Orleans area.
Right.
And you can go to wizardworld.com, New Orleans event section, to find out all the details on where
it's a
the
Super
stores
Smash Brothers tournament.
Right.
And so the winner of each tournament in each location will win a pair of VIP tickets with a photo op of your choice.
I know.
And so, that's 9 VIP chances. So it is absolutely a way to get in free if you just go to these tournaments or share and like us. Go to some of our iHeart stations and get on the contest there on WRNO and Country NOE, WNOE 101.1.com, I think is the long-ass website.
Right.
So get out there, get it done, get some tickets, come see us. Brian and I will be out there all weekend long, shaking babies, kissing hands.
Right. The whole TWIG team will be there.
Absolutely. All right, you ready to do some Top Nerd News, Brian?
Yes, sir.
Now, our Top Nerd News is brought to us by Silver Black Designs. Find them on Facebook and Etsy.
Yes, absolutely, for all your glass etching needs.
All right, now, Brian, what's topping us off today? We got a bunch of crazy stuff going on.
So you and I got press passes to go see Jumanji.
We did. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and let me tell you what, that's such a great movie. This is Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle.
Yes. Now you were cautiously skeptic or extremely skeptical about this reboot.
Well,
reboots.
No, it's not a reboot.
Exactly, I know.
It is a sequel, and I was totally cool with that, the way they updated it for modern times and kind of engage us all. I mean, honestly, this was a fun movie.
Yeah, one of the things I really liked about it was they didn't club you over the head with the whole, well, in video games, this is what it's like. They made these little one-line explainers like, oh, well, it's very similar to the game I play, i.e., this is what we should do. And the map was the characters each had special abilities.
Right.
And just like an old school video game, you had 3 lives for 1 quarter. And, you couldn't put in any more quarters in this game, though.
No, you can't.
So, I mean, it was a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed the hell of it. I love The Rock, dude. And Jack Black talking like a girl the whole movie.
Oh, my God.
That was just comedy gold.
It was. And Karen Gillian trying to act all suave and sexy and stuff.
she had dance fighting. It's like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
I can't remember the song they played, but it was so cheesy and great, though.
And Kevin Hart killed it, too.
God,
so,
yeah. So, I can't recommend go and see this movie enough. I mean, we're not giving any spoilers out for it, but it was fun. A nice romp.
Absolutely. You want to have just a good time, a fun movie, come out with a smile on your face, go see Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle.
All right, so staying in the movie vein, Brian, you want to talk a little bit about Star Wars?
Well, I think we kind of have to, Dave.
I think we do.
So there was a petition that came out like right after the movie dropped.
This guy wanted it removed. He wanted it removed from canon.
Yeah, basically was asking that the whole movie be reshot, like, another episode 8.
Well, this is great. Here is a little bit of what the guy released a statement after he retracted it.
Right.
And so he's like, hey, guys, I need to be honest here. I put this petition up because I was upset and I was on strong pain medication.
Right.
So there we go. We don't have to read much further. The dude was all hopped up on Vicodin.
Right. Well, and what's interesting is apparently the guy was in a very bad accident, and he put up a GoFundMe page that didn't have much attention.
Yes, exactly.
And however, he's like, something like this, it's sort of ridiculous, gets this sort of attention, being all over the media.
Blew up.
Yeah, so he went ahead, he removed that petition and was like, guys, go focus on something that really is important.
Yeah, he basically said, it gets this kind of attention. How many other people out there need help and can't get attention? He says, I'm not comfortable with that. And, love all the support, but please go to GoFundMe or change.org and look around, and maybe you can actually make a difference to somebody who life needs some help.
Absolutely.
As opposed to, Ryan Johnson sucks.
Yep.
Change it all. Boo. So that was pretty cool of the guy. Hopefully some people can help his, situation out. Now,
well, you mentioned Ryan Johnson. He responded to a fan about how polarizing this movie was.
In this world of social media, Brian.
Yeah.
In a world where you can contact the director of any movie through Twitter and tell him how bad he sucks. One guy was just like, hey, do you think it's good that it's a polarizing film to many and the fact that people are discussing it? And I liked Ryan Johnson's response. He said the goal is never to divide or make people upset, but I do think the conversations that are happening were going to have to happen. And at some point, Star Wars is going to grow, you move forward, and stay vital.
Right.
And so you and I talked about it last week.
We did.
That, they are eventually going to move away from the Skywalker, pantheon, or however you want to call it, and make some news stories, which you and I are 1,000% on board with, to see new stuff, right?
Well, and the whole deal, like, a lot of people are on about Luke, and that's not my Luke Skywalker, and he wouldn't act that way. And when you really stop and think about it, you're like, guys, he was a living legend who was set on a pedestal, right?
Yeah.
And to have that weight on your shoulders, he's just human, or whatever galactic race he is, right? and that's a lot of weight. And the fact that his nephew under his watch was turning to the dark side, I could see how mentally scarring that would be. The things that he did and the way he ended up are totally logical, right? It's not unheard of. So look.
Well, one of the things is just about the movie in general and about fans in general. We're very possessive of our fandom.
We are.
And so it's like we have these expectations. And, and avoiding the whole spoiler thing, there were things that happened in this movie that didn't follow the typical Star Wars storylines.
Right.
They took some of our normal conventions of the Star Wars movies and flipped them on its head. And so a lot of people were thrown off because they didn't see it coming, or they were expecting something different and it didn't happen. How dare you not do what we expect? Well, the story is for everybody, not just us, And so a lot of the fandom was so upset because they wanted to see certain things happen. Well, the biggest knock on The Force Awakens was that it was basically a carbon copy of everything, right?
Right, exactly. That was my biggest
This was not
complaint.
a carbon copy.
And you know what? And I was totally good with that. And the second time around even solidified it for me more, right? So,
well, one of the things that when I I'm not a very critical moviegoer, but one of the things that I noticed, what I thought was kind of cheesy, but I understand the plot development portion of it, was when they're being chased through space. And it's just like, they're running out of gas. It seemed a little cheesy, but it made a good plot a good plot line to keep the story going, and they keep that tension up,
right,
So it's like, if we don't get it done now, more people will die, And so, it was a great movie. I mean, people are just whiny, and I understand, this is our fandom, but come on,
Right.
enjoy it, because don't you want to make new friends? I mean, I personally don't, but, but, there's other people want to join the fandom, and, this will bring them on board.
Absolutely.
So.
Now, you wanted to mention something about Solo. We're going to get a new Star Wars movie in 5 months now.
Yeah, they reshot a whole boatload of stuff. I closed that article, Brian. It was your boy
Paul Bettany.
There we go.
Was cast in this, and he had a lot of good stuff about how it was like being a kid at a candy store.
Yeah, and he dropped the F-bomb about how much he loved Ron Howard, like he's a bleeping genius.
Right.
And apparently this is going to be kind of like a gangster heist flick.
Right. Let's see.
And I think we all knew when they got the guys from 21 Jump Street that the heist film and gangster thing would be too comical. And with Ron Howard coming in and leaving it, maybe we'll get a real kind of legit gangster movie, like an Ocean's 11 with a little bit of humor, but a great plot.
Right.
I mean, Ocean's 12 and 13, get that out of here. But Ocean's 11, if it's anything like Ocean's 11, like a big heist movie and lots of fun and Star Wars and Han Solo and Lando kicking it with a Colt 45, I'm down with that.
Well, I think that we're in good hands with Opie Cunningham. He's going to do a good job. What? That was Eddie Murphy called him Opie Cunningham.
God, Brian.
What?
All right. So, but it's coming out in May, dude. I mean, that's May 2018. So we don't have very long to wait, dude.
We don't.
And The Last Jedi will still be in theaters.
Really?
I think so.
No, I don't think so.
No, maybe not. All right, so one final thing before we go to break. Venom set videos have been popping up with Tom Hardy. And the other thing is that it's the series or the movie is based on an old 1993 6-issue miniseries, Venom Lethal Protector.
Right.
And it's where Venom and or Spidey and Brock have made a truce, and so he moved out to San Francisco. I don't know if he wanted to be a sailor. I don't know what that's about. But San Francisco treat, ding. Maybe he likes trolleys. I don't know.
Maybe.
But he's out there, so him and Spidey aren't fighting, so obviously they need a new antagonist. But what is it? This Life Foundation.
Yeah.
It sounds like a charity.
It does. I'm not even sure.
The Life Foundation.
I'm not even sure about this. I mean, they did a good job with Spider-Man: Homecoming. Sony
right.
did.
But this is Sony's crap, though.
It is Sony stuff. I have no opinion at this point. We're going to wait until it comes out, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, they even got Anne Weying jumping in. Michelle Williams plays it. That Anne Weying is She-Venom. So, I mean, they're going to have all the crazy Venoms.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I can't really say I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm just cautious.
Right. Did we need to mention anything about Mortal Engines, or we got to cut the break?
Oh, well, you know what? Here, let's take a little listen to this, which is very short. So, if everybody went to see Star Wars, you saw this in the trailer.
What is that? That is London.
So, big giant city eats a little baby city.
Yeah.
And then it makes little baby cities? No.
No. I'm not even sure what to think about this. It's based off a children's or a young
adult novel. Yeah.
Right.
So, and the thing though is that when I first saw it in the theaters, I was like, "What is this anime crap?"
Right.
I've just offended half our audience though. I'm just not a big fan of anime. Sorry.
Well, and that's fine. And I do like anime.
I can't say that. Yeah. I mean, I love Attack on Titan. There's a few things I like.
I still don't understand Akira. I've seen it 12 times.
But so basically, the 60-minute war is something that happened. So it's like a cataclysmic event destroyed the world, and so to keep the world alive or portions of it, they put their cities on wheels and engines, and they ride around.
All right.
One big Sunday drive.
There you go. I don't know. We'll see when it comes out.
So, I don't know. It looks fun. It's going to be heavy CGI, but We'll
there
see.
you go. All right, we got to cut the break.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, when we get back, we're going to talk to Skungy and his pick of the week. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Are you looking for a unique gift this holiday season? Then look no further than Silverblatt Design. They offer unparalleled etched logos in glass or stainless steel from your favorite fandoms. Silverblatt Design etches on pint glasses, tumblers, shot glasses, flasks, and more. Having trouble finding a particular logo? Silverblatt Design does custom work to get you exactly what you're looking for. Professional attitude, great customer service, and high-quality products are available now at Silverblatt Design. Find them on Facebook or Etsy and place your order today.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktieTans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Follow them on Twitter at TWIG Radio. Do it now.
Welcome back. This is The Week in Geek. I'm your host, D Squared, with
Brian Held.
Brian Held. You know what, pal?
What's that?
'Tis the season to talk to Skungy.
It is.
Let's do it.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
He might be an idiot savant.
Woohoo! Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
Gentlemen, Merry Xmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and all that good stuff.
Yes, yes. How is the retail business treating you, my friend?
I have a couple of wounds. I'm seeing a therapist next Thursday.
There are some wounds that will never heal, just so you know.
No, I am mentally scarred.
I believe it. All right, pal. So, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about a couple of games. One of them being Hello Neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
Yes, Hello Neighbor just came out on the Xbox One.
Okay.
This is an interesting little game. It's an indie game, and it's got this interesting mechanic to it. So the story is you're playing this child who's running around his neighborhood, just playing around, and he sees something in his neighbor's window. He sees this guy locking a basement door, and he's hearing muffled screams and everything.
Okay.
So the kid's like, well, I guess I'm going to have to go and try to figure out what's going on. So the whole premise of the game is you're trying to sneak into your neighbor's house to get the key to find out what's going on.
All right, so you're
kind of almost like The Burbs.
All right, okay, so you're
The Burbs. Oh my God, that's a great reference.
So basically, you're a nosy neighbor who's not above breaking and entering.
Exactly. Well, you're a kid, so obviously you're not really knowing what breaking and entering is. But here's the cool thing about it: the neighbor is still either in the house or around the house.
Okay.
So you're trying to sneak in, and it's got a great mechanic because the AI of the game learns. When you get caught, the AI will learn your patterns. It'll say, all right, they normally try to go in through the side window, so they're gonna, be waiting for you. So you have to change your tactics up.
Huh. Interesting. Wow. That's pretty cool mechanic. So, I mean, it's obviously it's a mystery. You're trying to figure out, what's going on in the basement, right?
Yeah. So it's like basically like a nosy kid. So it is cool because this game's kind of actually become a little bit of a mini phenomenon because, there's a lot of material out of it. They just put a new, a pop line out there. There are toys for it of the neighbor, and it's like this middle-aged guy with like a handlebar mustache and like a sweater vest. And
I saw that pop, and I didn't know what the hell franchise that was.
Yeah, it's like one time he's like dressed as a clown, that's not creepy enough,
So
it's like, and he's got these big black rubber gloves on, so it's really kind of just disturbing.
So you mentioned that it was an indie game. Who's the publisher?
You know what? That I can't tell you right now. But it's not like by a major studio or anything like that. In fact, it just came out retail. They had previews of it for a while. It came out both physically and digitally, I'm actually surprised that the game got a physical release.
Okay. That is definitely interesting. Dynamic Pixels is the developer.
Ooh.
Yes.
Dynamic Pixels.
Yeah. So what price and platforms for this guy?
It comes out on the Xbox One. I believe it's also available on the PC. It's $29.99. It is not available on the PlayStation 4.
Okay. Yeah, it is on Steam. So.
Wow. Okay. All right. Weren't we going to talk about some Lego stuff too?
Yeah, there's a new Lego game that came out about a month and a half ago. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
DJ was telling me a little bit about it. Like they changed a bunch of the characters too. Like some of the regular characters aren't available or something like that.
They have over 200 characters that are going to be available, either by being a unique character or by being a variation thereof. Because there are. How many different Captain America's version of Captain America, how many different versions of Spider-Man and Iron Man,
right.
Mark 5, Mark 7, Mark 1, So those each count as a character, but there's over 200 of them. I've always liked the Lego Marvel Superheroes. Of all the Lego games, was my favorite one.
Cool.
The reason why is that it uses those classic comic book characters, but it uses a unique story. It doesn't have it created its own story. It doesn't follow like any of the movies or anything. So they had this carte blanche to do basically whatever they wanted to. And this one kind of feels the same.
Yeah,
it's got that. It's what's that?
Well, I was saying, doesn't it start off with some not an obscure character, but like a big giant sword thing? It flies into town and they start fighting.
Kang the Conqueror.
That's it, Kang the Conqueror. Yeah, I mean that's definitely like a C-level, B-level character.
Right.
Yeah. He's not necessarily like one of the most known, villains in the Marvel universe, but he is the main antagonist in the game.
Right.
But it's like it seems that the Guardians are going to be very heavily on it because, of course, the Guardians are really popular right now with the movies and whatnot. But you still have like your mainstays like Captain America and Iron Man and Spider-Man. But you also have like Spider-Gwen. You have Gwenpool.
Yeah.
Just to name a couple of characters. And they have this new. They got a couple of new mechanics to it. The overworld is not like. It's not one big world. It's kind of broken up into different sections. They're going like through time and through space. So like you'll be in like Manhattan and then you'll be in Old England or then you'll be, in Wakanda. So it jumps around.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, because I remember DJ. We got the game and DJ was playing it, and the opening scene looked pretty fun because it was Guardians of the Galaxy against. What are those weird Titan deals? Like the
Celestials or
something?
Yes,
yeah, there you go. Good call.
Yeah.
But that's all I know. I didn't get to watch the whole thing.
There are a lot of, and the humor is always on point. And the Lego games, they're always on point. You always have fun with them, and that's the thing about these series of games. They're just good old-fashioned fun. There's not a lot of meat and potatoes to them. Sure, it's a collectathon, as they call it. You can play through it for hours and hours and hours trying to collect everything. But when it comes down to it, it's just a fun little game that's entertaining.
Cool.
And it's great for all ages.
Fun for all ages.
No, I mean, I love all the Lego games. I played some of the Lord of the Rings stuff and some of the Star Wars stuff.
That's the only series I haven't played is the Lord of the Rings. I've played everything else except that.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. It's a good fun.
They're fun. They're just, the Lord of the Rings one was good. The Hobbit one just felt too forced, kind of like the movies.
Damn, Skungy laying the lumber, man.
Yeah, well, he's got a point.
Well, this is a fun game for parents and kids. I mean, there was a time where I just wanted to strangle DJ when we play it, so I had to just stop playing with it because I would just want to choke him out,
right?
Like Homer Simpson. And but no, it's still a lot of fun. I mean, so it's a good Christmas present.
Absolutely,
for some father-son bonding or some daughter-mother bonding.
There you go. So, what are the price and platforms on that one, Skungy?
Well, it is on basically all current gen. It's on Xbox One, PlayStation 4. It's on PC as well. And you've got two different price points on it. You've got the regular edition, which is $59.99. Then you have a deluxe edition, which is $79.99. The deluxe edition comes with an actual Giant Man, which is a Lego Giant Man, if that's an oxymoron. Actual Lego figure, and it also comes with the season pass. The season pass Lego's been doing season passes, but their season passes aren't ridiculous. They're only like between $15 and $20 for all the content, and you get extra levels and extra characters and stuff like that. It's not morbidly overpriced.
Now, don't they have a way where you can buy like some of the minifigs almost in essence, kind of like you can buy a whole swath of the characters like for like $5 or whatever?
Well, yeah, that's the season pass.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's all, part of it. Oh, that's cool.
Now, they'll have ones in the game that you unlock, they have like the 200 or so in the game you unlock, but they have even more on top of that through DLC.
Nice. You know what? Yeah, at GameStop, I picked up some $20 gift cards for like the Blizzard store for like Overwatch stuff for the loot boxes for my kids. So that way my children aren't gambling, Brian, and the government doesn't have to tell my children that I'm a bad parent and stuff. It's gambling. Oh. They're using Star Wars to make children gamble.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that because I read an article just recently that Apple has come out. Anybody who puts an Apple in the iTunes store or whatever, you have to reveal what the percentages are on the loot boxes.
Shut the front door.
They're asking for transparency.
What?
Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, who wouldn't? Instead of saying never tell me the odds, definitely tell me the odds on that stuff. I mean, because if I'm dropping, actual real world cash, I'd like to at least know what my odds are.
Well, I think they're just trying to supersede government intervention at this point because it's probably going to come out, right?
Yeah.
In fact, there are other countries right now, if I'm not mistaken, out in the Far East, that you have to publish what the percentages of the loot boxes are.
Nice.
So, very interesting stuff.
I mean, that does make a lot of sense. I mean, there are times, and it is a big problem in gaming where people complain about all the time. It's like, I spent $30 of real-world money trying to get this one skin in Overwatch.
Yeah.
I wanted to get that holiday skin, and I never got it. So
I got PO'd at DJ.
How is that fair?
Yeah, no,
how is that fair? I spent $30. Why can't I just spend, if I really want it, give me the option to spend maybe $10 to just buy the skin?
Yeah, right. DJ had $15 real world cash, and he's like, "Here, Dad, take my money so I can buy the loot boxes." I'm like, "No, dude, you already pissed away all your money trying to get this one holiday skin." I'm like, "Just pump the brakes, just stop."
Yeah.
But because I can, set boundaries for my children. Shocking, isn't it? Hey, Skungy, you know what, pal?
That is.
Merry Christmas.
What?
Merry Christmas, and you're not fired. I'll give you a 1 week.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Are you going to give him a bonus?
No. Don't talk stupid now. That's crazy talk.
Look, I'm not greedy. I'm taking what I can get.
Yeah. All right, Skungy. Merry Christmas, buddy. Have a happy whatever you celebrate. I don't know. What do creepy clowns celebrate?
I'm not sure.
Van with candy cane.
There we go.
Awesome.
All right, man. Talk to you next time.
Later, guys.
All right.
That's loud. We're going to break, Brian.
Yeah. And guys, when we get back from these short commercial messages, we're going to bring you an interview with David Mazouz, Bruce Wayne from Gotham.
You got his name right. Good job.
I did, yes.
David
And he's going to be one of the many guests that are going to be at Wizard World New Orleans, January 5th, 6th, and 7th. So, guys, stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktieTans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends. You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Welcome back to The Week in Geek. Don't forget, you can listen to previous episodes on the iHeartRadio app at The Week in Geek Radio Show. Here are your hosts, D Squared and Brian Held.
Welcome back. You are listening to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared, with
Brian Held.
Now, Brian Held, we have a very special guest on the line.
We absolutely do. We have Mr. David Mazouz, or you know him best as Bruce Wayne from Gotham. How are you doing, David?
I'm doing great. How you guys?
Wonderful,
we
man.
are super fantastic, man.
Yeah, so, wow, man, how about that mid-season finale for Gotham, huh? That was pretty serious, huh?
Yeah, serious on all accounts. It was very, I was very pleasantly surprised, but not surprised. I was very happy watching it. It was like, I don't know. It was great. It was just a really great episode, and like just really emotional, and so many twists and turns. I thought it was really genius in the way that they kind of illustrated the gang war between Penguin and the Falcons, and I don't know. I loved it. I was really happy. It was really,
you know, a big punch in the gut for me is, of course, Alfred and Bruce being, you know, this duo, right? They have such a fantastic relationship, and yet you fire him, essentially. How tough was that?
It was so much fun.
He wasn't tough at all.
It was not tough at all. It was so much fun. You know, the fight scene that we had to do in that scene was actually a really tough fight scene. I think it was because I never had to do a fight scene with Sean before. We've done so many fight scenes together, but we're fighting the same person, but we've never had such an extensive fight scene where it's just one-on-one me versus him. And like we've done like boxing stuff before, but it wasn't really fight scenes, and so like it was really tough to do because you know, I'm just like, I don't want to punch him, but not that I want to punch anybody on the show, but
right.
And also like it was so much. It was challenging more than it was fun. The scene after it, when Bruce actually fires him, was a lot of fun to do because it was just like it was just fun. Like, I know every take we were laughing about it. Like as soon as Danny, our director, said cut, me and Sean just started laughing because it's like get the hell out of my house. And it was just fun. It was a fun day.
Well, Gotham is taking a lot of weird twists and turns where it's taking kind of like everybody knows the Batman stories, everybody knows the Bruce Wayne stories, and so they've really taken a lot of the mythology almost and kind of changed it all. I mean, but by adding Fish Mooney and then other just roads that you would think that a Batman type series would go, it's like they're going to go the opposite way. I mean, like the whole Riddler and Cobblepot thing. I mean, I love that little. It's not really a love triangle, but I guess technically it is because he killed his wife. Spoiler.
Yeah, but I think that's the point of the show. The point of the show is to it's to surprise people and to have people thinking about, oh, what if this happened 5 years before Batman? What if these people had a relationship? What if Commissioner Gordon actually had the power when he was a rookie detective on his first day at work, had the power to kill the Penguin, and didn't. And it's like, and as a Batman nerd, I love it because it really gets me thinking. And then I start reading comics and I kind of see, I can see it. Like I can see anytime there's a in the comics when there's a interaction between Commissioner Gordon and the notorious Penguin, I can see how that relationship could have started in a lot of different places.
Now, I was checking up on you on the internet. Now, the CW had their big crossover event, and apparently you want to kind of get Gotham in on the deal. So, what's your plan to bring the whole Arrowverse over there to Gotham?
I don't have a specific plan because it's not in my control.
But you have an idea. That's all. That's all we need.
I have a couple ideas. My first is that I think the Flash can time travel.
Yeah.
So, because the biggest surface problem between having a crossover between Gotham and the Flareverse is that Gotham takes place in the past, whereas the Flareverse takes place in the present.
Right.
So that would be difficult. But the way you could get around that is the Flash and Legends of Tomorrow time travel. So they would have to come to Gotham. That's the first thing. So that I could totally see that happening if the Flash say a villain comes to Central City and is from Gotham and grew up in Gotham and something terrible happened to him as a kid or something like that, and then the Flash needs to come to Gotham, on our timeline and stop this terrible thing from happening or something like that. I could totally see that happening. And he works with Commissioner Gordon, or works with, not Commissioner yet, Captain Gordon now, to stop this thing. And I could see how all the characters could get involved somehow. Because also the Penguin could be involved in doing the terrible thing or something like that. My second idea is that, Batman versus Superman kind of illustrated Metropolis and Gotham to be sister cities, a kind of across the bay kind of thing, San Francisco, Oakland kind of thing. So if Gotham can make that the case, and maybe a young Clark Kent that's around Bruce's age could sail across the bay and maybe come to Gotham for a second, and maybe Bruce and Clark can develop their friendship at a younger age than we all thought.
Or animosity, one or the other.
Or animosity, yeah. I could see that happening also.
So my question is, how do we work to get David onto the executive board of Warner Brothers to start making some decisions for the DC universe?
Change.org.
Yes.
Change.org.
That is the ultimate question.
Right.
So now you referenced yourself as a nerd. Now, we at the Week in Geek, we love those words. Now, you were on The Talking Dead. Are you a big Walking Dead nerd?
I'm a huge Walking Dead fan.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I can't even. I was so upset that Carl died because actually I would love. I mean, it kind of works out now. I would love for Chandler Riggs to play Clark Kent. I think he would make a really great Clark Kent.
God, change.org. We're starting a petition as soon as we're done with this interview.
That's great. Love it.
I think that would be really cool. I was so upset when he died. I was so upset. Or no, he didn't die yet.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he got bit. I mean, it's a done deal.
Maybe it's fortuitous. Maybe now he's looking for a new job. He becomes Clark Kent. you two get together in Gotham. I love it.
So when you were on The Talking Dead, you got to sit next to Eugene, the mullet man himself. Did you like punch him or anything for being a traitor?
Actually, when I like,
he wasn't a traitor then, huh?
No, he was. He was a traitor by then.
Okay.
He's the bigger traitor now, but he was still a traitor by then. I did Talking Dead for the episode that aired right before the Messiah found.
Oh.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so my natural inclination was to just be mad at him because he's a jerk. And then they started talking like a second after I got on the couch, right before we started doing some of the promo stuff. He was talking to Chris Hardwick about how people come up to him and and he'll be eating a sandwich and we'll say, "Hey, screw you, man," And he's like, "I'm just an actor. I don't write what I do. I'm just trying to eat my sandwich. Leave me alone." And so I was like, "Oh, maybe I can't do that."
But you're Bruce Wayne. You can do whatever you want, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. I should have.
Now, you recently got kind of a different experience. You did some VO on Family Guy, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so are you now besties with Seth MacFarlane? Are we going to see you on the Orville?
No, sadly, no. What happened was I met one of the producers at a Fox party, and he invited me to come to a table read for Family Guy, and so I was super excited. So the next time I was in LA, I had a break from filming. I went to their set, and what was I saying? Oh yeah, I went to their studio. They gave me a tour. I went to a table read, and it was so cool. And I was getting ready to leave, and he was the producer that I met was like, "Oh, David, we have a surprise for you. Just come into the booth." And he gave me a script, and he was like, "We want you to read these two voices." And I was like, "Oh my!" I did not know that was happening. He totally surprised me, and I was so over the moon. So that was really cool.
Well, we need to get you to sit down with Seth MacFarlane, so then we could put you on the Orville. You can be the new Wesley.
Yeah.
The new Wesley Crusher.
Yes.
See? He likes it.
No,
Change.org.
That's great, man.
I hope somebody's writing this stuff down.
Yeah, I am. I got it all. Yes. So, David, we're getting close to a commercial break. You are going to be in town for Wizard World New Orleans at January 5th, 6th, and 7th at the Memorial Convention Center. Are you just mostly going to be hanging out, meeting fans and stuff? You got some panels set up? Anything? Do you know what your schedule is?
Yeah, I don't know what my schedule is yet. I think it's a little too early. I don't think there might not be a schedule yet, but I'm so excited. I love doing conventions. I love meeting fans. I've never been to Louisiana before, so I'm so ecstatic to go. I've heard so much about New Orleans. I have a lot of friends that are there, so I'm really, really excited about that. And I love doing these conventions because I get to this is why I think all art I think is for its viewers, but especially comic book art it's for the fans. It's made for the fans. It's made so that they're happy. And if you have no personal connection with them, there's no way to find out if they are. And so I love just talking to them about, oh, what did you think about this last episode? What do you think about this twist? Or what don't you like? And I just love discussing the show and discussing not even just Gotham, but anything nerdy with the fans. It's I love it. I love it so much. That's why I do so many, and I'm so excited for New Orleans.
Now, did you know that they just announced that Neil Adams is going to be at Wizard World NOLA?
No.
The creator of Batman, yes.
Yeah. So you're going to be right there. Maybe you're
going to have to get in line and get a selfie with him, man.
Oh my God, I am. I definitely am.
That's great news. All right, well, David, hang on for us for a second, but thank you so much for taking the time. Guys, when we get back, we're going to close out the show as we always do with This Week in Geek History. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Are you looking for a unique gift this holiday season? Then look no further than Silverblatt Design. They offer unparalleled etched logos in glass or stainless steel from your favorite fandoms. Silverblatt Design etches on pint glasses, tumblers, shot glasses, flasks, and more. Having trouble finding a particular logo? Silverblatt Design does custom work to get you exactly what you're looking for. Professional attitude, great customer service, and high-quality products are available now at Silverblatt Design. Find them on Facebook or Etsy and place your order today.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
This is the Week in Geek with D Squared and Brian Held.
Outstanding.
Miss any of today's show? Download the Geek podcast at WRNO.com. Here are your hosts, D Squared and Brian Held.
Welcome back. This is the Week in Geek. I'm your host, D Squared with
Brian Held.
All right, Brian, we always want to tell people lots of great information, So as always, we strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. Check out our website at twigradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio, and the Instagram's The Week in Geek. Now, Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, once we're off the air, you can always go to Spreaker.com and to hear your favorite part again, or download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. We're also on iTunes, YouTube, the iHeartRadio app, and at WRNO.com.
And through all those ways, go to there, check out our free ticket giveaway.
For Wizard World?
Yep, like and share. Wizard World coming up January 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Yep.
You ready to do this Week in Geek History?
Yes, sir.
This Week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future!
Yes! Oh my gosh!
This Week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Da-na-na, da-na-na. Wow, 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 wow.
All right, Dave, you ready for the first item?
Sure thing.
December 18th, 2009. Sees the release of Avatar, directed by James Cameron, or otherwise known as Pocahontas in Space.
I think I watched that movie a few years ago, and I was just kind of like, it's a movie.
I think I've seen it once.
Yeah, even that once, it never really stuck with me. It was just kind of just goofy. Even when it comes on like FX, I don't even bother watching it again. It's just like, there it is.
Well, when it came out, it was a big deal because of the 3D and all that stuff, and I went and saw it in IMAX, and it was like, it was cool.
Look at these beautifully crafted worlds. It's
right.
beautiful. I mean, they're even making an Avatar theme park somewhere.
At Disney World.
Yeah, why?
Well, apparently some people
that
like
could be
it.
better used for Star Wars space.
Right. So I got another movie for you on December 19th, 1971. Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange is released, limited. It was the first sci-fi film to be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar.
That movie was very disturbing.
It is very disturbing.
I think that was the first movie I ever saw a boob in, though.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That's about all I got.
Right.
That and the creepy, they're dunking him and beating on the can deal. That would scar me, man.
Yeah,
It was a really messed up movie. Apparently somebody let me watch it way too young. Because it explains a lot about me.
So I guess a lot of folks are watching movies in December. On December 20th, 1978. See if you can get this one. This is a remake starring Donald Sutherland, Brooke Adams, Jeff Goldblum, and Leonard Nimoy.
What the bloody hell?
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, which, I mean, you know,
How many different versions are there of that damn movie?
There are
like
a ton.
30?
This one was pretty good. It was super creepy.
I don't remember it at all.
Oh, yeah.
Well, December's when everybody goes to the movies anyway. It's like Thanksgiving in December. Everybody's got time off, and so they're like, let's go see a movie because we don't want to talk to our family members because they're all crazy or drunk.
But, yeah, this is the one where when they figure out that there's all of these pod people and stuff, and the pod people all point at them and just scream at them, just woo,
Oh, God. Apparently, I've never seen this movie.
It's pretty disturbing.
Wow. Now I'm going to go get scarred again.
There you go. All right. On December 21st, 1937, Walt Disney premieres the very first full-length animated film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yay! Yeah. Everybody loves Dopey.
Yeah. But, I mean, it was big. There were 750 artists working for 3 years.
Didn't we talk to one of the Disney artists a while back? I can't remember. We talked to so many damn people now.
There was a guy at QuestCon, I believe,
Maybe
who was a Disney artist.
Yeah, like he had done a bunch of those oldies but goodies, And so, that we talked to another artist where, like, nowadays they're not doing the hand drawing. It's all
right. It's all digital.
Yeah,
absolutely. Right. All right, December 22nd, 1941. Archibald Archie Andrews makes his very first appearance in Pep Comics number 22. Right.
So the Archie,
yeah.
Have you ever watched Riverdale on the CW?
I have not.
It's kind of like adult Archie with like sex and violence.
Yeah, but Jughead and Betty were with him. Veronica did not appear until issue 26.
Wow, so she's a late addition.
She is.
I can't muster up the ability to care.
No, geez.
Sorry.
So I'm just going to mention this on the 23rd because you hate
fake holidays. Yeah, here we go.
It's Festivus
for the rest of us.
There you go. And so that was a parody holiday created by Daniel O'Keefe, made popular by Seinfeld. Yeah. So I just thought I'd mention that. All right, ready for birthdays?
Yes.
All right, on the 18th, Casper Van Dien.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that rejoin too.
Oh yeah, I know it's a good one. On the 19th, Alyssa Milano.
Oh, mama.
Yes.
Hey, Piper will be at Wizard World.
Will she?
Holly Marie Combs.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
she'll be. Yeah, we might even get to interview her. She's
Maybe
on our list.
Okay, that's cool. And of course, Peter Quill names his ship the Milano. I thought that was kind of cool.
Did he really name it after her?
Yes, he did.
Nice score.
On the 20th, Jonah Hill.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I like him fat.
Yeah,
I didn't like him skinny.
Okay, fair enough. 21st, Samuel L. Jackson.
We're FCC regulated.
We are.
I can't say anything about Samuel L. Jackson, but he's a Falcons fan, so I still despise him.
Okay. On the 22nd, Ralph Fiennes. He was Lord Voldemort in Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah. I never recognized him because he didn't have a nose in that movie, so I have no idea what the hell he looks like in real life.
Right. And on the 23rd, Jess Harnell. But you
From Saved by the Bell?
No.
No.
But you know him as Wacko Warner on the Animaniacs. He's the voice.
Oh, okay.
He also looks like Slash from Guns N' Roses. He actually has a band. Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up. You all have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
And, don't forget, sign up, share, like all of our various ways to get Wizard World tickets, January 5th, 6th, and 7th. And ideally on New Year's Eve, we'll have a special Wizard World interview special show
Hopefully
with
so.
all the people that we've been meeting.
Yep.
So I'm excited. Brian, are you?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, then. Let's end this dang show. There we go.
Oh, jeez.
The Jetsons. I never saw that. I forgot to go find that comic book they had.
Yeah.
So,
that's
whatever.
it.
Squirrel. All right, guys. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
Meet George Jetson.
new home for Walton and Johnson. News Talk 99.5 WRNO FM, New Orleans, an iHeart radio station.